Alright, so we are Niltor, but Niltor, were you around recording all this? Like while they were talking, like is this like playing out a scene of a play that you would do, that you would write down?
Maybe and decided on writing everything down.
Okay, so Heartflame walks up and she like leans to, because you're writing this down in like a notebook, right?
All notebook in person.
Okay, so and she says like, what are you writing?
Inspiration stuff.
Okay, so
That's been going on in our adventures.
okay, so she's reading it over. Is it accurate, or are you trying to make it flowery? What type of, like, how accurate are you trying to make this?
Not entirely accurate. Like I'm still add some fluff and some things that didn't happen to make it more exciting than it actually was.
Okay, so it's like, I don't think anyone will appreciate you making it this flowery, but you know, you're the bard, so whatever you decide.
As long as it's memorable.
Okay.
Um,
It's just like, but what if it's false memory? So Spicoli, you're obviously walking over. I saw that. So
I am now looking over Niltor's shoulder.
so you're both looking at.
At
They're
some
both
point,
looking
I
at the
read
notes.
something, frown, pat my chest, and then walk away.
Okay, so it's like, I think you may have upset her with something you wrote.
Oh.
sorry to interrupt, but
I'm not so late though.
I'll just pop to bed.
Okay,
I
late.
fall asleep like 20 minutes ago.
Okay, late.
Yeah, see ya.
User disconnected from your channel.
Anyway. So it's like, oh, don't mind her. Do what you gotta do. You know, you're the bard.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Lance Master and tell everything that happened.
Okay. What are you doing with the Lance Master?
And informing him about the Hydra and the trolls that happened.
Oh, you're letting him know about what happened. Okay, so they're just, okay, I don't understand the box, but okay, anyway, so they're sitting there like they're trying to get over the fact that, you know, now Lance Master's helmetless and he's got the face of a young man, and Tobias has the face of an old man, but he's probably not that old. And they're both trying to just share drinks, and all of a sudden Nilter comes over. It's like, oh yeah, we met a Hydra.
Speaking intelligent Hydra.
Yeah, so, and then he's drinking, and then he gulps it down really hard, and he starts coughing a bit. It's like, what? You go out for one day, you just arrive in town, and the next thing you know, you're spending your time with Hydras?
Quite nice actually.
It's like, that I find surprising. Most Hydras try to tear you limb from limb.
He carried me actually. Yep, and
Okay,
it didn't do
so
anything. He saved me actually.
It's like, well, and you know, he's getting well and truly drunk. It's like, well, that's a first. Most Hydras I know tried to eat me.
I'm not going to say that the Hydra wants our help. In
Okay,
case something
so
happens.
like he's trying to keep his cool as he's drinking, but he's not doing a very good job. Like, he just puts down the cup after one point. He just turns towards you. It's like, okay, now I'm paying attention.
Well, that
It's like, so let me get this straight in my head. If I remember the mission report, you went to Deadspan, and you said there's a Hydra. Where on Deadspan?
smack down in the middle, on the bridge.
In the middle on the bridge. So in the center, so there's a Hydra on the center of the bridge. That would explain why the scouts didn't come back. Maybe. Or maybe not.
You've been attacked and going there because we got attacked by trolls and else out of London.
It's like, trolls and ettins in these forests. That's not common.
And Spicoli just says it's probably what the guy was using a troll kidney to make something. That's why it was exploding.
Okay, so that's like, let me guess, he tried to mix some concoction with another concoction inside the troll's kidney to make some sort of new poison.
Most likely.
I was like, he does realize that the insides of a troll's kidney are highly corrosive, right?
Well, he's not one for anatomy, I assume. He's a
Like,
hunter.
well, that explains the hole in the center of town.
I'll try to fix that later. I want to go talk to Say.
Anyway, so he's focused back on Niltar. It's like, did anything else happen besides that? Besides you fighting a troll and Ettin and making friends with a Hydra?
Well, then, while we were sleeping on the bridge, a huge tidal wave from the river.
Yes, tidal walls. Those
basically
happen all the
engulfed
time.
The entire bridge. Yeah, but we said that doesn't happen around this time of year.
Okay. That's like, you're saying you've encountered a tidal wall now.
Yeah,
So
right now.
it's like, that is peculiar. Yes, tidal walls maybe a month or so beyond this month they'd be arriving. They're arriving a lot sooner. There's a couple explanations for that. One of which is that I guess the ice is melting farther to the north a little bit faster. Which is not good for us. That could mean massive flooding. So it's like, well, I can't pay you for this, but if you can tell the rest of your friends, or if you can go, I need you to go north. North and find out what's happening in the ice caps. See, I'm afraid to say that I cannot provide you with the equipment. You might have to find something. So it's like we desperately need recon to the north. We don't know what's quite been taking space up there, but we need to find out.
Yeah, and also the Hydra want some help in case they get attacked.
It's like, help how? How are we going to help them? It's like, it's like he's looking around. It's like, look at how many adventures we actually have. Just a few.
Yeah, but I also said them to him that we didn't have that much to help send anything to fight with.
So it's like he sighs and it's like, well, and he looks over at Tobias and is like, well, I guess our time is short then. And so, like, he's like, Tobias is still drinking drinks and it's like, always playing the hero. It's like, very well, I'll see you when you get back. So, like, Lancemaster, he's reaching down to the table and he's putting his helmet on. He's rising to his full height and he's just walking. That's like, don't forget, and so, like, before, as he passes, he talks to Niltar. It's like, don't forget about your mission. We need that recon. Just give it to Tobias. He'd probably know what to do with it. So, and he just starts walking to the edge of town. Okay, so now we're on to Scipoli, which is, Spicoli, everything just happened in front of you. It's, Lancemaster, I guess, is going to the Deadspan now to act as their backup. So the one who's left is Tobias. He's going to be acting as your strong arm, I guess, or whatever you want to call him. So now what? Okay, Danny's gone, so I can remove it from the list.
Sound very happy.
What, me?
The crickets. Yeah.
Oh, that? Okay.
Of course they do.
So,
That's
Spicola,
much
okay,
worse.
well, let's go back to Thorin then. So, Thorin, you're taking a rest, a brief rest. How long was all that conversation? Long enough for you to wake up again, so you took a short rest in order to get recuperated.
Just a
which is-
question. Did the wall break?
Did the wall break down?
No.
The answer is, Like you're in your dream and you see the wall and you see that cracks are starting to snake across it. It's so you hear you hear the obvious voice in your dreams. Brace yourself for what is beyond, for even you are not prepared for who you really are.
Rich.
So
During that, I'm just like, I'll figure a way to go up with it.
okay, so let's see, what is his opinion on that statement? It's a very good question. So his opinion is, I'm not going to use the voice right now. So it's his opinion is that you always cope. That's just how you operate, even when it's something that should be impossible to cope with. It's you'll ram your head against the wall until the wall gives. That's why he made you a servant, is because you don't know what impossible means. You'll keep going even though it might destroy you, but it doesn't matter. And for him, that doesn't matter to him either. Because if you die from it, it's more sacrifice for him. So it's like he's all for your recklessness. Okay, so what do we got? We have Thorin, and your wall is coming down. So, but the horror beyond is something that you're not quite ready to handle. So it's simple. It's the wall starts cracking open and you're seeing things beyond it, but a lot of it you can't comprehend because you don't have a frame. It's really just a jumble of memories. So you have to roll what? You have to roll perception. You're trying to pierce your own mind, just trying to understand, because it's a floodgate of memories that you don't even remember. And nope, it's just you're trying to pierce the veil, but it's like you're getting weird recollections. You don't know names, places, you don't know exacts. It's just a jumble of words. Or it's a jumble of words, names, just random things. Like you hear the name of dimensions, you hear the name of people. You don't have any frame of reference. Like you see the coast of Gririnod, you see all types of, you see the prison you were in. But none of it makes sense. It's just introducing you to madness.
Of course it doesn't.
So what is his opinion? Okay, so and so did you really think you'd understand it as soon as it was opened? No.
Who said I would? Who said I said I would?
No, I keep forgetting. You don't think like men. You think like something else. You don't make assumptions. You don't make claims. You don't make anything. You know nothing of what you want. And that is exactly why you are so useful. You don't want anything, nor do you need anything. You can be pushed in many directions. It's in a way why your memories are the way they are, and why you were used the way you were used.
Well.
So you kind of get I don't know, let's see if you catch up on it. So you get the feeling that he has, although the memories were locked, he has read through them already, and he knows what they pertain to. So a good chance he already knows what's inside your head. And he understands it, but he's not going to tell you. Why would he?
I'm just gonna give it some time.
So.
And then maybe it all comes back in the right order. But at least now I know everything again.
It's like you hope it goes into the right order, but what if it doesn't? What if it now becomes a splinter in your mind, slowly destroying your sanity? What will you do then?
Do I know one thing for sure?
I don't know, let's find out. So, no, nothing is for sure. Like I said, it's a jumble of memories.
No, but I mean the fact that I've been in the void.
Like I said, it's a jumble of memory. None of it's making sense to you. You have no time, you have no sense of time, place, or any of those. So it's like things like it doesn't even feel like it's you. It just feels like, you know, these are things inside your head. Oh, does the dream alter though? So the dream is still like, now it's just a broken wall with, now it's playing a bunch of your memories past a broken wall. So each hole in the wall has a different memory.
Is there an opening in the wall where I can run through?
Okay, so you wish to descend into this madness, you wish to submerge yourself into insanity? Well, then go ahead.
I'm already insane.
It's like you're sane enough. You're sane enough to actually understand the import of things. You wish to squander that so easily, just by thinking you are insane?
I'm already insane.
Did I miss my turn?
It's like, then go ahead, march into insanity. March deeper into losing control of yourself.
And I never had real control over myself. If what you
Well,
have
you had a
said
choice up
is
to this
true.
point. I mean, you could have chosen otherwise. There's still a choice. You're going to delve into a point. You might go mad by doing this, by trying to delve
Yeah,
into
but I'm
memories
just-
that you haven't fully formed. But he's taunting you to do it. Like, he's taunting you that, you know, so you become insane. Big deal. For him, what does he care?
What do I care?
Yeah, what do you care?
I'm
So-
already insane. If
But you're not insane.
memories are true.
Yeah, so it's like, no, well, technically you're not insane. Like, that depends on the definition of insanity. Ha 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 ha.
Ah.
So that depends on your definition of insanity. It's you're in control of yourself. I mean, you can.
Right now, I am.
Yeah, but by
I
doing
go
this, you
into
might not
rage.
be. So it's like, it's your choice, though. Do you really want to? That's what he's taunting you with. It's like, you know, if you want to lose control, go ahead. More slaughter for me. I'm the one that wins out. You're not going to win out.
Does he see the memory where he came
He knows
out of
exactly. He
prison?
knows your
No.
memories, or you get the
No,
feeling
no,
he
no,
knows
no,
your
no,
memories.
No. I'm not talking about the bottom. I'm talking about Doran. Do I see the
You
memory
can't
of
make
me?
sense of any of that. It's just
Nope.
a jumble of images and sensory things.
Trick.
Mhm.
I'm trying to form a scene so he can make a decision.
Okay.
Does he, by any chance, see the part of him, like, getting, for some reason, out of prison and then needing to take time to have himself...
No, like I said, that's very specific, and you don't get specifics. And most of
You
this
see
is from the
Nicolas
first
Cage
person,
having
so you don't even know if it's you.
You do see Nicolas Cage having bees poured all over him as he's going, not the bee!
No, not like that. But it's like the memories, it's your memories, but it's all from the first person, so you don't even know if these are your memories. You could be an illusion in your mind.
Did you skip my turn?
Yeah, because we called out for you for like 5 minutes, so.
I forgot to hit the AFK button.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Well,
So yeah, all these memories are from the first person, so you don't exactly know if it's you or not from your mind. Even though it's in your head, so you can kind of assume that it is
let's see. Do I...
you. Okay, so question: if you walk into
Right.
your own memories, what exactly do you hope to accomplish?
Well...
And that's where he's getting at. It's
Maybe.
like, you know, go ahead, go walk into your own mind, go mad. That just means you'll butcher everything around you, and then he'll win out.
of course he will.
Yeah, so that's all he cares
I do.
about. He doesn't care about what you want. He just cares about what he wants.
Either way, whatever I do, he wins.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Pretty much. So that's why he doesn't. That's why he's like, go ahead. It'll be more amusing if you do it.
What if you retire and become a perfectly well-adjusted human being?
Yeah,
Or-
but it's all chance. It's all okay. You can walk into your own memories, but it's a chance whether you go insane or not.
do I by any chance have any insight on that I have?
Roll it. Do you have any insight on your own mind?
quote-unquote insanity.
So that's a no. It's general no. So in your head you think you're insane already, but you have no idea how far insanity can go.
Do you know what
yeah.
the definition of insanity is?
Because it can go a lot worse. It could go like you lose control, you become a shell, and you just you don't even have any of your thoughts anymore. It's just your body is now just a murdering machine. You're not Thorn anymore. Now you're just a flesh body in its place. Thorn doesn't exist anymore because your soul was ripped out, or you went so mad that whatever. You can fall a lot farther from where you are. I think that was from a book I read.
That's maybe the
So
better
what?
question. Do I know I can still fall?
Do you actually know that you can fall much further? Instinctually. Instinctually, you know that people can fall, but you can fall a lot. There's a lot worse fates than the one fall.
At that point, I just did right where I was standing. Like, I just go sit on the ground and dream.
Okay, so you're just sitting on the ground.
Legs crossed, arms crossed, and thinking. Like, what should I do? Or storming into the madness.
It's like, good. You actually thought this through for once. You didn't actually walk right into madness. Of course, in a degree, you disobeyed me, but I can forgive such small things.
How so am I disobeying you?
Well, I told you to walk directly into that madness. I said, go ahead. It's all you. I gave you the choice, but you chose not to.
I had to follow. You
Yes.
never said I had to follow your
Yes.
rules. I just had to slaughter.
It's like, and so you
Sacrificing your name.
learn. Good. You remember.
Indeed I do.
It's like, remember the first clause, though. Only when you enact it is it made viable. So long as you continue the action, there will be no quarrel between us.
I'm definitely gonna keep slaughtering people.
So, and that's pretty much it. That's what he always says. He can make as many deals as you want, but that's just words. What really counts to him is the actions. So for him, it's you have to prove your worth. You can't just say I worship you. You have to prove that you worship him. Not all the gods are like that. Really, just Abatu is one of them, though, because he's a god of sacrifice. Sacrifice is an action; it's not a word. Well, to him anyway, it's an action. You sacrifice. It's not. The word sacrifice is not something he's used to. It's like, you sacrifice in my name. To him, it's a verb. It's not a noun. Alright, so besides the whole knocking down the wall, and now you have this jumble of complexity now in your head, and you're trying not to go insane from it, now what?
Now I'm just gonna wake up and go hunt.
Okay, so can you wake up? That's the problem, though, is that you try to wake up, but you
Can't I
can't.
roll a constitution?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So now you have to roll Constitution to save yourself. Okay, that was easy. So this is forcing yourself to be awake.
It's like, fuck off, I don't want to be asleep.
Okay, how do you sleep exactly?
The same as I always sleep,
Which
with
is?
my axe in hand.
Okay, so but are you sleeping like on your back, on your front?
Back,
Okay, so
and I'm heavy breathing.
okay, that's creepy.
That's always. I mean,
Yeah, that's
last
always.
time I was also sleeping like that.
But you see that, like, this time when you wake up, not only is it your axe is across your chest, now you see that you call it Dawn now? You changed the name?
Yeah, Ghost was a male name, not a female.
Okay, so
name. I
now you
was
call it
thinking about
Dawn.
that.
Okay, so now you're calling it Dawn, and so Dawn is laying across you instead of it's just you now, there's this other thing in your presence. And second thing is like you're hearing it growling and like barking randomly, like it's having night terrors.
I
So,
I
do you
just-
piece together that
I
that's
think
what
it's-
might have woken you up from your dream? Is your companion having night terrors? It's like.
Nope.
So nope. So you didn't piece that together. It's just you woke up of your own constitution.
That's a
Yeah, so.
very clear no.
Okay, so there's so now this dog is kind of like twitching and barking on you, and it's just like
I'm just-
there.
Betting it.
Okay, so
At
and
that
then its eyes look up, and it's just now it's awake.
It begins purring eerily.
No, it doesn't purr. It's a warg. It
yeah.
doesn't purr.
It's
I
no
know,
cat,
that's
yeah.
why it's so confusing.
Yeah. Why is it so confusing? That it's acting like a dog, or is it?
No, that it's purring.
No, it doesn't purr. I'm saying it's barking randomly. It's like it's having night terrors. Where'd the purring come from?
I just made that up on the spot as a joke.
Okay. Anyway, so dog having night terrors, now awake. Now what? So your room is still covered pretty much in blood.
I'm just like, let's go out to hunt.
Okay, so like it doesn't move immediately. It kind of just tilts its head and it just lies back down. Tries to go back to sleep. It's being lazy.
I'm basically, oh no, you don't.
Okay, so
And I'm
we just
picking
like nudge him. Or you just nudge her off.
No, I pick her up.
Okay, so and then it wakes up again, and it's like you like pick her up from the sides, and just you're holding her in the air.
She was still laying on me, so
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, and then it's like the arms are kind of like scrabbling, trying to get out of your grip, but it can't because it's got its arms don't bend back that direction. But it's not doing it in a way that's trying to scratch you. It's doing it's like, hey, I don't want to be held. Like, get off.
I just put it down on the ground.
Okay, so
I put her
now
down
it's
on
up and
the ground.
about. So it starts walking towards the door, and it's like it's looking back because it can't open a door either. So
Can't it phase through the door?
it's a warg. It can't phase. They can't phase.
I'm just opening the door and walking out.
Okay,
I don't know
so
what a warg is.
A warg is just a bigger version of a wolf. That's a warg. You know, it's a bigger
Just
version of a
think
wolf.
Plus steroids.
Yeah, a really muscular wolf.
Oh, then I
Yeah,
would
that's
know.
direwolf. Okay, direwolf is one covered. Dire means covered in spikes. At least that's what I remember the definition was.
No, not really.
Shouldn't the wolf be actually, no, never mind.
Okay, so shouldn't what?
It says large monstrosity. I mean,
Is it Laura? Oh yeah, that's a typo. Sorry.
What do you think will win? Your warg versus my 4 black bears I can summon?
Okay. Anyway, it's not gonna fight him. I mean, it's,
I know.
Like your warg versus my bird.
then Rang doesn't fight.
I know.
He's
that's-
recon.
then
He
again-
just
then again, Spicoli, if you summon your bears, the ones who's probably going to kill them is me.
yeah, because he's Thorin and he slays things. Yeah, so
There's 4.
yeah, Dawn is the one. Like as soon as the word hunt came up, it's like as soon as they were let out, now Dawn is the one leading the way. Like kind of and like she runs really fast and she stops a bit to look behind to see if you're still following, and then she keeps running.
I'm
Wait,
just gonna keep
so-
looking.
Thorin's a dwarf. Would he be able to ride Dawn?
Is Dawn big enough to be ridden? No, she's just small enough to not be able to be ridden. So,
She'd be
and
a
he's
dwarf.
not he's dwarfed by relative terms. He's still 5 feet tall.
Fuck, he's almost as tall as I am.
Yeah, so yeah, dwarf in relative terms, not really actual terms.
My race is dwarf.
Yeah, his
my
race
height
is dwarf. He's and he fits the physiology of a dwarf, but there's a good chance he's not a dwarf, for at least from around here.
Well,
So we're likely. Let's see. Are we going to stop it there? Let's roll on that. Yep, that's going to be it. And we'll come back to that tomorrow. So the hunting party.
yeah, well,
I was
Trick, I'm
not
not here
able to do
tomorrow.
anything. I was
I'm
not
not gonna
able
be here
to.
tomorrow, so.
I was not able to talk to Say.
Okay, well, let's do that then.
I was
So
just busy.
so this is Thorn. So Dawn was
it's not
about to lead Thorn out, and then Scapoli was going to talk to Say, saying what?
I was gonna just ask Say if she needs any work done, like help-wise.
She is
That's all.
distracted.
Okay, yeah, she's
Just-
really because of what Niltor wrote, which I don't quite know what he wrote, but
Well, I guess
so,
I'm just gonna, get her attention by, tapping or something.
okay. Are you paying attention enough, or let's say the Say perception? Say challenge rating. It's 15, so you have to roll above 15 for your. So you can tell that Scapoli's there, but you have your.
You're like just about to tap me and I say yes?
Do you need help with anything? Kind of running out of things to do at the moment.
I can't really think of anything.
Niltor, why are you writing gibberish? Oh well, whatever. It's his notebook, so he can write whatever the hell he wants.
I mean, you could look around for spell components, but that's really... I don't really need that done that soon. What else? I haven't really got any plans at the moment. I don't have much to do.
Well, if you need me, I'll probably be in the woods.
So as you're talking, Rank kind of like starts coughing out, like he's coughing this weird crow cough. Yeah.
Kind of like gurgling.
And like he's looking at you like you need to hold out your hand. So, Say, are you gonna hold out your hand?
Okay.
Okay, so you hold out your hand and he coughs something into it. Okay, so definitely covered in his inner guts, whatever you want to call it.
I use a prestidigitation to clean it up.
Okay, so
Mucus.
yeah, so after cleaning up all the mucus, you realize what he coughed into your hand looks like some sort of rock.
Good work, Rang.
Okay, so
Good work.
What is that?
So let's see, is he going to communicate psychically? So he's going to communicate psychically to both of you, which is the object I have regurgitated is a stone from my dimension. Since you seem to have nothing better to do, best analyze it and see a little bit into what you might want to consider.
Okay. I can do that.
Did you still have the
Does.
pearl? Oh yeah, you could use the pearl as
Yeah,
many times as you want.
She doesn't spend pearl. Yeah.
Okay, so you definitely identify that, this is not a material from this dimension, that's for sure. It is simply a rock, but it is a rock made of a material that comes from some dimension that's not this one. So, let's see. You're pretty sure that it's ethereal, yet it's solid. And it's a rock. So it's like, how is this even possible?
So, a bird just summoned a fancy ghost rock?
Apparently, yeah, it's like that is not the words I would use, but yes, it is a stone of the ethereal plane, made solid in this dimension.
Huh.
What could we use it for, is the question.
It's like, that is for you to figure out. I cannot divulge that information.
Well, that's fair enough. This is more your thing.
And
Say.
remember, this is Rang we're talking about. Rang, who has absolute knowledge of things, is not telling you something, which means it must be important.
He wants us to figure it out. I guess it has some value. Well, you should go talk to Heartflame. She probably knows more than I do about ethereal stuff. Or, I'll roll a religion
The
check.
coast dimension. Let's see,
I don't know. What do I roll for this?
this is a Arcana. There's a lot of rolls. It depends on what you're trying to look for.
I guess what we can use it for.
Okay, so use Arcana, so
Crit.
It's a fucking magic rock!
quite the opposite. You can tell that by this rock is very vulnerable to magic. Meaning, like, you just try to... Let's roll on that, so... You're scrying at it, and you're seeing that the rock is starting to deteriorate as you're trying to scry it.
I'd say it like
So
a
Rang
deteriorating
chimes in and it's like, I would advise not trying to scry it via magic. This rock is very vulnerable to magical energies.
Scry?
So, you know, just anything that involves checking it with magic. Because Arcana check
okay.
takes a little bit of magic to do.
Okay, I guess I'll stop.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, try not to use magic on it because this is highly vulnerable to... This material is highly vulnerable to magic.
I'll do a history check.
So she's trying to get insight into the rock. You're trying to get history.
Wow, you're rolling a lot of 5s today.
Yep. Not really. No. There
I've
was,
seen like 5 5s already.
Okay, so in terms of insight, you really are, like, besides it being a ghost rock and it being vulnerable to magic, plus it seems like it's a pretty lightweight material. Yeah, I don't really think there's much, like, you can't think of, especially since of the size, you can't really think of an application for it. Because it's really small. It's just this random rock he hacked out. I think the bigger question is, how is this inside of his guts?
He's interdimensional.
Okay, so
Teleporting
yeah,
over
just,
stuff.
he ate a rock.
Teleporty woo stuff.
He is a vessel, correct?
For what? Yeah, he is. Well, I don't know. Say, what do you think he is? Like, he was a familiar, right? He's not really a vessel.
Yeah, familiar is more of a helpful spirit.
Yeah, he's just this thing that. So he's not a vessel. And so Rang kind of cocks his head and he's like pecking at the rock.
What does my history check get me?
History check. It's let's find out. Okay, so the most you have is you've actually seen something like this before. Maybe not like a little bit larger, but like you've seen, you know, ghosts because you've seen ghosts. You've seen ghosts before. Is you've seen the ethereal become solid again, but you've never seen it like this, where it's just it stays a solid object. Especially since it's a solid object, but it's not attached to anything. Compared to the ethereal realm, which is these creatures can go in and out of ghost, this thing is a solid piece of matter on the material plane, and it's not controlled by a sentient intelligence.
Well, maybe it can be turned
Yeah.
into ghost. We just don't know how.
So, like, Rang is still pecking at the shard.
I wonder what would happen if I threw it at a ghost.
Okay, so it's like so Rang chimes in. It's like, by introducing ethereal matter that is solid to a ghost form, you'll force it back into the material plane. Think of it as a catalyst to making them material and forcing them to stay there.
Well, there's one application.
So,
Could a nature check have something about this?
what, the nature of ghosts? That's not really in the purview of nature.
Nature of the rock.
No, that's, again, it's not a rock. It's a piece of ethereal matter.
Yeah. Ethereal matter. What could fall under? What check would be good under it?
You can't really check it under, like, you've tried to check it on Arcana's the best one, but like you said, as you try to Arcana check it, it'll disintegrate.
Intelligence.
And so you're just going to use, why are you trying to find out, like, what are you trying to find out besides what it's made of and what it does?
What's its uses?
That is, Rang just told you it. So
Really?
you could throw it at a ghost and it'll force it to be material.
Oh, so we can fight ghosts.
Yeah, at least that's what he's only one, so, and he's not about to hack up more of those things.
I mean, we could already fight ghosts.
Foreshadowing.
So,
At least the two of us could.
so it's
I
like,
say-
Rang's like looking at Say, and it's like, I gave you that for a specific purpose.
You willing to tell me what it is?
No. My only
Can
advice
I-
is that you keep that rock close to you. You may need it in the future.
Spicoli just had an idea.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to go in the woods, clear out an area, and then plant seed.
Okay. There's already an area cleared somewhere to the north because we cut down a bunch of trees up there because we needed wood.
No knowledge of that.
Okay, so... But yeah, exactly, you don't have any knowledge of that. Who does? Thorin is the one who would know, but he's going on a hunting mission. Marky was with them, but he doesn't even know, like... It's... Well, the only way you would know is you just wander around the edge of town just looking for a spot, and then you'll see the bunch of trees cut down.
You know what, let's go with that.
Easier, yeah.
Spicoli looks for easy clearing.
Okay, so
Does this town have a tailor?
this
Like,
town
so
of
they
what?
can- Tailor.
Not a
Okay.
professional one, but it does have people who are willing to. Remember, actually, you could be your own tailor if you wanted to. Just
Make your own clothes. That's
Yeah.
how they did it back in the day.
yep, pretty much. You just need the materials.
Yeah. Just thinking. About hunting again?
Say what?
Didn't someone go out hunting?
Yeah, that's Thorin. Thorin's going out hunting. You know, the warg Dawn is leading the way. You don't even know he went hunting because he went on the other side of the tavern. So he went straight from his house into the wilderness.
I guess I'll drag
Well,
Spicoli
no,
over
but-
Yep.
But I'm gonna need some clothes.
Why
for
was
my-
Spicoli going?
to the clearing.
Okay, so the
So-
clearing is top right. It's the forest.
Boop! There.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm
You're making. Well, what are you
I-
planting exactly?
the seeds I have.
Which
I think
are
I have some. I have some food seeds somewhere.
in your pockets or where? It's like
I have a herbal, like an herb bag I carry. That's how I've been
okay,
carrying all of my
so
things.
food seeds. Yes, you do have some random food seeds in there.
I guess I'll plant those in kind of plow a little area with my hands.
Okay,
And then
so you're
plant
just
some.
gonna. So with your hands, you're just doing this manually.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna do plant growth and fertilize the area.
Okay, so
That's 8-hour thing.
yep. So that'll pretty much like right as soon as you're done with that, you'll have to take a long rest because that's a lot of effort you're going to expand. So
I
it's
know,
just
but-
you. What? So explain this to me. You're gonna plant the seeds by hand, and
Yes,
then
I'm
what are you gonna do? You're just gonna sit down and do that ritual right there, and just kind of chill there as the plants around you grow.
Plant growth and okay, here let me click it.
Yeah. So it's like how exactly does plant growth work? I mean. Do you have to chill? I know it's a ritual, but I'm talking about, we're describing the ritual. So, are you just going to sit there? Because,
Yeah, for 8 hours.
yeah, so you're going to just sit there for 8 hours meditating, and the plants around you are going to grow.
They're gonna fertilize the area and grow, I think.
Yeah, so the area becomes more fertile. It's pretty much concentration. And you said, who was your deity again?
Basically Solaire,
Okay, Sol. So,
sun god.
yeah, during that time, it's the sun will be shining down upon that. That's his sign of approval. Is that he's giving, you're growing the earth, and now the sun is shining down to keep the plants warm, and as long as nourishing you and stuff.
I thank you, Sol, for this bountiful sunlight.
Can you actually speak while concentrating? You can't. So you're just saying that as your eyes are closed, and so an area about that large is being fertilized, along with it's slowly seeping to the rest of the land.
It goes for half a mile.
Yeah, so. But that's the area of influence right now. That's where all the crops are planted. But
Yes.
it's going to expand further than that.
Yes.
So, highly noticeable? Not so much. It's very subtle. It will be noticeable once the crops are grown, though.
Yes.
So, let's see. Is there a... It's a bit of preparation. It takes you about, let's see. It takes about 50 minutes to plant all that stuff by hand. Because you just want to be thorough. Plus, there's a pattern to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so... And I
want
guess...
I want this to be able to be reused, this area.
Yeah, it'll be reusable for how long?
A year.
A year. So it's going to be there for a while.
They also yield twice the amount of food
Yep.
when harvested.
So we'll actually double our food amount by doing so. We're putting ourselves a little bit at risk here because now the land's becoming more fertile, and so greed will set in, and people will want it, and so the city might come to claim it.
People
Basic
won't
stuff.
know. We're not going to give them the food. People
Yeah,
won't
of course
know.
not. We're gonna fight for it, but it's still city versus us. So
It's not going to be for a while until they figure it out, and then once
So we
years
hope.
pass, they realize that it's not useful anymore.
okay, so say that was you were heading over to Heartflame for a reason. What were you heading over for?
Unless they come back and refertilize it every year.
I just walk up to Heartflame, still
Yeah.
being self-conscious, and say, "I'm not flat, am I? These days are normal, right?"
Flat how?
Flat chest.
Yeah, but it's like, is that what said, like, are you holding yourself as you're doing that, or is like...
Yeah, I'm like
Holding
passing my
chest.
And so, like, she puts a hand on where you're holding it, it's like, you look fine.
Are you sure?
It's just no. Okay.
Yeah, so... It's like, he's a bard, he makes things up. And it's supposed to catch attention, right?
Well, I guess I did that.
Yeah, so... Well, it's like, you definitely caught his attention, I mean, just... So, like, she stops herself, it's like, so what's up with the bird? I saw him hacking something up earlier, what was that all about?
If an ethereal stone of some kind.
Okay, so...
You can-
Then,
you can throw it
are you
at
actually
ghosts.
holding the stone out, or...?
Yeah, I'm like turning it midair.
Okay, so you're holding up the stone, and then she's looking at it, and she tries to go for an Arcana check. Do you try and stop her?
I'm going like no.
Okay. And she's looking at you questioningly. It's like, oh, why not?
It doesn't really interact well with magic.
Okay. And so, like, she goes straight for investigation, which is, yeah, she's got that. So it's like, doesn't respond well with magic. It's a stone, which
From
means it
the
might not be
ethereal
from this
plane.
dimension. So it's like, so what other information do you have to tell me?
It can turn ghosts solid.
Well, it's like, so that means it's from the ethereal plane.
Well, the ethereal plane isn't really another dimension.
Yeah, it's like it's a plane parallel to ours. Yes.
No, it's actually part of our plane.
Yeah, like I said, it's parallel to ours is the same as part of. No, they're not. Okay, so it's parallel and it's part of. So it's technically both.
I mean, it's quite easy to magically go up into the ethereal plane.
Yeah, so
Unlike going to another dimension, which is fucking hard.
it's like plane, dimension, whatever. You have this ghost rock, right? That's all we need to know.
Yeah, it's a ghost rock. It's meant to be helpful or protect me for.
It's like, now my question is, why did this come out of Rang's innards?
I don't know, interdimensionally wibbly wobbly stuff.
And so Rang just chimes in, and it's it was just something I had caught within my stomach from earlier.
So you ate a stone in your own dimension?
It's like, I thought it was a piece of food.
But do you need to eat?
So,
My genius familiar.
yep. It's like, I still have some of the crow tendencies. My apologies.
Oh.
But you're not even a crow, you're a raven.
It's like, sometimes I forget which I am. So,
I don't know what I am, but I am something.
yeah, his name is Rang, so it's kind of funny. Like, he sometimes forgets that he's a raven. Sometimes he thinks he's a crow. Sometimes he thinks he's like
He
a
knows
couple
he's
other
a
birds.
bird.
The funny thing is, because he's forgetting that he's a raven, that means that all of this is just mental in his head. It's,
Yeah.
it's not even
Maybe it's because he's got too much knowledge in his head. Who knows? It's just, we don't know what's wrong with Rang. Maybe he's not used to being on this plane of existence.
wrong with Rang.
Okay, so
Do any animals come out while I'm doing the plant growth?
yes. So
Specifically bees. Lots and lots of bees.
so it's non-hostile animals, like, you know, some random birds show up, but you have such a serene state that it's they approach you, and the most you do is you pet nearby animals, but other than that you don't move.
Yeah, that's what I
So
expected.
so the only
Okay.
difficulty is that some of them will eat some of the crops, like as they're growing.
Shit, hold on.
Yeah, so
Damn
that's
it.
a problem.
Shit, hold on.
Trick,
Can I-
do I possibly come storming?
Oh,
to
do you come in?
down?
See, will Thorn help you with that? Yeah, technically, if you do, would you want Thorn to do that? Just
I like
sully
him
the
to-
beauty with the murder.
No.
I like him
Throwing
to-
axe just flies through and
No,
then a
oh,
wolf.
oh,
Okay,
jumps
hold up,
over
hold
and
up, hold
kills
up.
the
Let's one at a time, one at a time. Let's go with
I'd
Thorin.
like-
So
I'd
Thorin,
like
what's your
him-
plan?
I'd
Me
like
and
him
Don
to-
are chasing down like some kind of animal, and that
Okay.
runs towards that place, and we just follow it.
I'd like him to just like shoo the birds away.
Okay, so he wants Thorin to shoo them away, not kill them. So
No, I'm not even bothered with the birds. I'm just charging through there,
okay.
following something else.
Tramples all.
Oh, you just what are you trampling crops and stuff?
I see.
No, that not. But
Okay,
I'm
so-
chasing some other animal that's running towards there
Okay, so
because I'm still hunting, and then
okay, so he's trying to chase the animals away. So they go. So what happens is he's chasing another trail of animal, and so Dawn passes by, and I guess Dawn scares the whatever animals were there in peace start to run away.
Birds and squirrels.
Yeah, birds and squirrels and a couple larger animals. Like there's some deer in there.
Dawn like catches a rabbit in her mouth and starts shaking it, and blood flies everywhere.
No, she doesn't. Like it's for her it's a clean kill. It's not. She's not a vicious animal. Like it's gonna be when she bites down, it's gonna cut the tendons, and she's gonna let the animal bleed out.
I got a like bear friend sitting next
That's
to
not a
me.
clean kill. That's
No, it's not a clean kill, but to her mind, it's a clean kill.
Good enough. But basically, do I have like a bear friend next to me?
So, are you attracting larger animals? Yes, you're attracting things like bears.
But bears don't seem to be harmful to me.
Yeah, the bears will just they're kind of just sitting down on their butts and just like chilling.
Chilling in the sunlight.
They're not even eating they're not even eating anything. They're just kind of sitting there.
The sunlight. Just
one
the
of them is
sunlight.
just nibbling on your shoulder.
I don't know. Are they trying to bite him? No. So like you're just brushing your hand across their fur, and they're just kind of sitting there, just like
No.
because he's in harmony right now, and he's just okay. Let me just actually just put it in there. So
Experience
So-
tranquility.
there's like two black bears, and they're just kind of just sitting there. They're not really hostile or anything. They see Dawn and Dawn and Thorin pass by, and they're just looking at him. They're not even caring that he's passing by.
let's see if Thorin even notices the
Yeah,
bears.
so do you notice the two bears?
But then,
Yep.
Okay, so it's obvious you do see two black bears just kind of sitting there.
but you also see a guy in the middle.
Yeah, so and then you see Spicoli just sitting there.
Do I care for the guy?
Yeah, do you care for Spicoli enough? That's a good question.
He got a crit on his perception. He should see me.
Yeah, but that's for
see
the
you,
bears. He
do I
saw the
care?
bears. That you are a different question.
Do I care that you are in the middle?
But
of
they
it?
are just very
so-
calm creatures.
I don't know. Just roll it. Just D100. It's like, are you actually caring that? Okay, so you notice that Spicoli is right now in between the bears. So
No, but I mean, Thorin is thinking I would get a lot of meat from those.
yeah, so he's thinking strategically.
Thorin, don't you dare.
You're in a. You can't. No. That's what I
You're-
mean. With, do I care?
Yeah.
If you're doing this, don't do it to peaceful ones. Do it to aggressive
Okay,
ones
so-
in the nature.
So Thorin, what are you going to do in this particular situation? Because he's in a trance and he's casting nature around, and there's two bears sitting next to him.
What's Dawn going to do?
What's Dawn going to do? Dawn is smart enough not to attack. So Dawn, you're at the edge of the clearing, and Dawn's like kind of scratching the ground, wondering, and then it looks at you, and then you don't know what to do, and then it looks at it, and then it just walks the other way.
Wait, would Dawn be calmed down by the clearing?
Would Dawn be calmed down by the clearing? No, because she is not of. She's from the Hell Plains, not from, not from these plains.
Maybe the sunlight will calm her.
Remember, she was made through sacrifice. Oh wait, you weren't there for that. Okay, she was made through sacrifice. Basically Thorin cut the throat of a wolf and let it bleed out to summon this animal.
And thus became the Lord.
I arrived just as that was happening.
Yep. So that's what happened. And so she's not affected by tranquility magic and things like that, because she's a creature of sacrifice. She's not like tranquility has nothing to do with sacrifice.
Does anyone else pass by?
The
So
first thing I saw was like,
Dawn seeing Dawn like turn away from it, I'm just like, there, dear, and we follow it.
Do people notice the giant ray of sunlight?
no, they're too busy inside their own homes.
The
So
giant ray of sunlight slowly starts concentrating more and more on you until you catch fire.
I don't know about that.
That's
Okay,
almost
so no, he won't burn you alive. You're useful alive, you know. Just you gotta remember that. It's really just life. It's life-giving rays. It's not supposed to burn you into a crisp.
it's a nice
It's-
warmth.
It's just giving you a little too much love.
Okay. He's keeping it a consistent light level. He's not trying to. So like, as even though the day is passing, it's still like it still looks like it's midday wherever when he's sitting there. So.
It's just like the middle of the night, and there's just an area with them.
Horrible, horrible, horrible.
It's just no one can sleep because of the sunlight.
Okay, so no, they're just ignoring it most of the time.
Are you sure?
It's like, you know,
I'm
we've
curious.
seen a lot of strange things already. Just a giant ray of sunlight coming down, just not out of the ordinary.
Well, I mean,
These people have seen a lot of things in a very short amount of time. So,
they've seen some shit.
alright, so Thorin, your hunt is not proving very efficient, just because this is the first time you've ever been hunting with this animal.
I wasn't planning on having it efficient the first time.
Yeah,
I
so
was just planning on getting.
yeah, nobody does. So you only catch about a third of what you need, not most. So
I was trying to catch the double of what we needed, so
okay, so you were trying
That's
to
a
wait.
pretty
You
good goal.
double what you needed, so that's. So you definitely didn't catch double. Well, you can catch the amount you need though. So
yeah. Well,
you couldn't get
that's what I
double
was
is a
trying
bit
to do.
extra. Like you were thinking a little bit too heavily, especially with this. So most of the help from Dawn, because Dawn is like you're very much. If it's in my line of sight, kill it so we can eat it, or so we can have food.
Mhm.
So Dawn is the one who's acting like the caution, like, you know, sometimes it would walk away from a kill instead of going for the attack.
That I've just been following.
So
Dawn.
now you have so you both are about the same thing, which is like you strapped smaller animals to her back. So now she's got like dead rabbits and dead like smaller animals to her back. And on your back is the bigger things like deer. Like you have like a full deer on your back.
It's still alive. You didn't actually end up
Is it
killing
actually alive, or is it? No, it's not alive. It's got a clear wound across its head. So say you're talking like you and Heartflame are analyzing the stone, and then you see Dawn and you know, basically a dog with a bunch of rabbits strapped to its back walk by, and then Thorin walk by.
What?
We will
Wait,
see him sword with
do I
the
know
beard.
what type of animal that dog is?
I don't know. That's
That's probably inside.
yeah.